Hi guys. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to scrape data from these websites, CoinMarketCap. And for this scraping, we are going to be using Playwright. We'll be using Playwright because this website is dynamically loaded. So this means that the data is not stored in the HTML. Instead, it is loaded on the backend using JavaScript. So if I should scroll down, if I should scroll down, you can see that as I scroll down, more data is being loaded. So this simply means that if you don't scroll all the way down, you'll not be getting the complete data by the time we want to do the scraping proper. Right? So let's get into the code. So like I said, for this scraping, you're going to be using Playwright. So if you're using Playwright for the first time, you will need to install Playwright from your command prompt. So I have already done that, and I'll just show you how to do it. So to do it, just go to your command prompt and then type pip install Playwright, right? And then after typing this, type pip install Playwright install. So after doing this, you can use Playwright for web script. So I just commented this out because I've already done it, so I will not need to be doing it again. So first thing we need to do is we need to save this file as a Python file so that our editor knows that we're writing this script in Python. So I'll save as. So I'll call this coin.py. I'm saving this in my crypto directory, so I'll just save it. Right. Okay. So now we need to import our libraries. The first library we're importing is let's import pandas. Let's import pandas as PDA because we're using it to view the data frame. PDA. Okay. And then let's import Playwright from Playwright dot synchronous API port synchronous Playwright. Synchronous Playwright. So let's also import MySQL connector because we'll be saving this data in a database, MySQL database. So let's import my SQL.connector, right? So we're using the Playwright synchronous API because this is actually very simple basic web scraping, and the synchronous environment, the line of code runs sequentially. So this means that one line of code has to finish running before the other line starts or commences. Unlike how we do it when we have multi-threading. So we're using synchronous API because this does a simple web scraping. But for complex web scraping, you can use the asynchronous API. So let's create our main DF. Sorry, our main function. Create our main function and then close it. Sorry, if name. Name. I want to run the main function. Right. Okay, so this is where this is where it goes. All right. Okay, so now let's call our playwright function that we created. We say with synchronous API playwright. as P. So let's create a browser variable. Browser is equal to p.domain. So this will help us launch our browser so that we can see how our code interacts with the browser. Launch. Now this launch function takes in a parameter called headless. So you can specify headless to be either true or false. If you specify headless to be false, so this means that we can see how the browser pops up, scrolls, do some clicking and stuff like that. But if you specify true, everything will just run in the background without us seeing those stuff. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be specifying this as false so that we get to see what is happening in the background. So let's call our page, let's create our page object, our page variable, and let's call the browser to open new page. The browser dot new page. So let's give the page or the browser a URL to go to. So we'll specify the link. Copy this. Now paste this here. So sometimes when we are doing web scraping, we might be having slow connectivity or slow network, that kind of stuff. So we might need to tell the browser to wait so that the entire data loads, so that we can scrape the complete data instead of scraping the partial data. So in order to tell the browser to wait, we'll use page.wait for timeout. So we'll specify the time. So in this context, 1000 represents 1 second. Then if you say 10,000, so we actually want the browser to wait for 10 seconds. So I'll just save this. So let's run our Python file. Let's see how it goes. Point one. Let's see what happens. So what we should be expecting is the browser will pop up and wait for 10 seconds and then close. Okay, so the browser is coming up. So the browser loads. Okay. Yeah, I think I was having a bit of network issue there, so I'll just run this again. I think my network is having some kind of issues. All right, so let's just continue with the code. Probably with time it will get better. So what we want to do is want to scroll all the way down to the page so that the whole data loads, so that we can actually extract the complete data. So in order to do that, we need to scroll 5 times from the top to the bottom. And at each interval, we need to wait for probably 3 to 4 seconds so that the data loads and our code captures data and saves it. So to do this, say for I in range, sorry, 5, for I in range 5, I want the page to scroll. We use page.mouse.view, and then we specify the horizontal and the vertical scrolling. So the first argument is the horizontal scrolling. So we don't want to scroll horizontally, we want to scroll vertically. So I specify that as 0. Then I want to scroll 2,000 pixels downwards 5 times. I'm scrolling 5 times, and each time I'm scrolling 2,000 pixels until I get to the end of the page. And for each scroll, I want to wait for a timeout of 4 seconds, right? I want to wait for 4 seconds so that the data loads. So let me save this. Let me run this. Let's see how it goes. So I think I'm having connectivity issues because it's actually raining. Let me connect to a better network and I'll come back to the video. All right, so I've connected to better network now. So let's hope this works. Now I'm connected to a better network. So let me run the code again. Let's see. I think we have the website popping up. Okay, again, hope this works. Wow. All right, I'll run this again. All right, so it works now. So let's see how it scrolls down and then waits after every 4 seconds. Okay, so it's scrolling down. We can scroll all the way to the end of the page so that we have all the data loaded. All right, so as this scrolls, we want to extract the data from all the pages. As we continue to scroll and data is being loaded, we want to extract the data. So we need to inspect the web page. So let's scroll. Okay, so inspect the web page. All right, so what we want to do is we want to build a path to each of these table rows. All right, so each of these, let's scroll down a bit. Each of these are called table rows. So I want to build a path from the parent tag down to each of these table rows so that we can select, we can look through that list and select each of the data points, right? So, let's start from this div tag with the class CMC body wrapper. So I'll copy this. So the tag is a div tag. Let's call it table row selector because we want to use it to select all the table rows. So the tag is a div tag. So div dot this. So that's the first parent tag. So from here, we'll be looking for tags that contain that will lead us to each of these table rows. So let's scroll down. Right. So I'll open this. So put it like that. Or let's just search for, let's use this. Okay. All right. So from this tag, let's look for the next table tag. Let me close this. All right, so the next table tag has the tag table on the class this. So select trade table, that's the next tag. And then let's look for the child tag of this. So this is the table head. We don't need the table head. This contains the table titles like the name, the price. So what we're looking for is the table body, right? So the next tag should be the T body. And then the final tag after the T body of the child tag is the T rows of the table. So these are what we are looking for. But inside this table, we have the data form that we want to extract. But then let's get the table first. So this is the path to each of our table rows. And we use this path to create a list by searching for all the tags that matches this, and then look through that list to extract our data, right? All right, so let's call this table list, and let's use page dot query selector, or put our table selector tag in there. So this will create a list with each of the table rows, and we're going to look through that list to extract the data, right? So, let's create an empty list where I'm going to be storing this data. And let's say for table row in table row, let's go through the list. So extract each of the data points. So the first data point we're going to be extracting is the rank, which is this. So the rank is located in the table data tag inside the table rows. So to extract this, we're going to say rank. Let's call this rank text because by the time we extract it, it's going to be stored as a text or a string. And then we're going to be converting it to an integer. All right. So we use dot query select, and then we use the tag, which is the TD tag. Since we have a lot of TD tags, we have so many TD tags in this rank. So we call the TD, and then the nth child. So this nth child is actually the position of the data that we want to extract, right? So for the rank, this is the child number 1, and this is child number 2, right? So open this. This is the p tag, and it's the child number 2. So specify 2 here, and then specify the p tag. Then use inner text to extract the text from this. Finally, we will say rank is equal to int to convert the text to int. Right, so let's print, let's see, let's start with this. Save, and let's run the code and let's see how it goes. Right? Seems a bit slow. Okay, so since we also have network issues, so I'll run this code again, or I'll run the file again. See? All right, so let's run this and see. If it doesn't work, I will change to a much better network. All right, so it worked. Let's see how it extracts the data. All right, so as we can see, it has printed all the rank. So if you check on the website, we can see that the rank numbers from 1 to 100. Go down. So, all the way down. Wait, since my laptop is a bit slow. At 3, 8, 9, and 100. Right, so that's what we have here, right? So the next data point we'll be extracting is the name. It's called the name. So we copy this. And we take this out. Let's look at the this is the very, very top. Okay. So the rank is the second child in this inside this table, or the TD tag is inside this table. And then the name, look at this. The third child contains both the name of the coin and the symbol of the coin. So open this. Just open. Okay. So you can see we have two P tags. And the first one by default will extract the name. But then in order to extract the symbol, we need to specify, we need to look at both tags, and we need to check the difference. And the difference between this tag and this tag is that this tag has an attribute called color. It's text with text 3. So this is what we use to differentiate between this. So they are both in P tags. Let me go back to the code. The third, I'll just copy this again. Symbol, after symbol, right? It's also inside the third TD tag. Then I'll specify color is equal to all the double text. This text 3, right? So that's for the symbol. And then the next data point is the price. So the price should be located in the fourth child. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's open this. Right. So by default, we can just extract the price. So let's copy this. Copy this. Paste the price. Right. There's a problem here, and the problem is if we extract this text, if we extract the price the way it is, come out this way. So come out with the dollar sign and the comma here. And we can't convert this to float. So what we need to do is we need to process this. So we need to replace those characters with nothing, right? So let's call this the price is in a spam tag, so I need to change this to spam. Okay. So let's replace those characters. So I'll say replace. So the first one I want to replace is dollar sign. Replace it with nothing. Then we replace again. We replace the comma with nothing. And then there's something I want to show you guys. If you scroll down, all right. So for a price like this, let me just click on this. I overclicked. All right. So for a price like this, let me so by the time we extract this, this is what we're going to get. 0.0 dot 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 0.6541. So this is what we're going to get. So what we need to do is let's go over this and let's count the zeros before the 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's count this. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we need to replace these 3 dots with zeros. So we say dot replace 3 dots, then 3 zeros. Right? So this is the price text. Price text. So let's convert. So we need to convert this to floats. Floats, right? So the next data point is extracting is market cap. Let's see the position of market cap. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the position of the market cap is 8. So let's open it and see. All right, you can see we have two formats. We have the short format and we have the long format. So this is what we want, the long format. So we're going to be needing to specify the class so that we can actually extract this long format. So I'll copy the class here. Copy the class. Somewhere here. Okay. So let's say market cap is equal to take this because I'm also replacing the dollar sign and the comma. So I think this was 8. And then we need to specify the class. I copied it somewhere. Expand the class so that we can select the long format instead of the short format. Right? So now this the one above is the text, so we need to convert that to float. So I'll put the text here and then convert this to text, right? And then the last data point will be extracting is the, let's see, so the volume. So let's look for the position of the volume. So the volume should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this should be 9. So let's open and see. This is in the key tag. So let's say volume. Have dollar sign and comma there. So let's copy this. This is the 9th child. And I think it's an expand tag, so we're not specifying the no class, so it will automatically select the uh, first occurrence. So we need to replace. We also need to replace comma with nothing, right? Okay. So now we have all our data points ready, and okay, let me first of all save this volume text. So volume text, right? So let's append this to our um, empty list that we just created. We are appending our run, sorry, name, symbol, price, market cap, okay. All right. So so let's create a data flow from this and print. Let's see how it looks like. Create a data frame from this. So our DA is equal to data frame, and then we pass in our data, and then our columns. Oh, I've not specified the columns. Columns will be this. Column should be All right, so our columns should be that. So let's create columns equal to columns. Oh, let's create this. All right. So we have created the data. So let's print it here. See? Let me see this. And let's run the file. Let's hope this works. Then so let's see if we can get our data here. We have the error. Okay, so let's see where this error is coming from. Volume. Volume. Oh, so this is a key tag. Sorry, this is a key tag. This key tag. Going to be a key tag. So I'll save it. So let's run the code again. All right, so loading. Internet is a bit slow. Oh, so internet was a bit slow, so I'll have to run that again. Let's hope it works this time. All right. So finally, we have our data. And so we can see we have 100 rows and 6 columns. Okay. But we can see we have the rank, the name, the symbol, the price, market cap, and then the body. All right, so this is the first part of this video. So in the second part, we are going to be saving this data into MySQL database. Okay, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I have more content like this coming up, so I appreciate if you like and subscribe. Thanks so much.